Hello and welcome to another episode of Ken Training, where we want to train you to tackle projects like this one on your own. Today's project is going to be a very quick video, and we're going to talk about a gas dryer such as the one that is right behind me there, that Samsung dryer. And what we did was we changed out the natural gas valve on this dryer. And I'm going to show you on this video how to test your natural gas pressure from the incoming gas pressure going to the dryer. And then once you're at the gas valve here, now when you're looking at the gas valve here, your incoming gas comes into the valve here and it comes out of the valve this way. So when it comes into the valve and it goes through your coils, it's going to hit this coil first. This is the primary coil. Then it goes through this coil, the one closer to the exit. This one is going to be called the secondary coil. The primary coil is the one that has three prongs. If you can see those three prongs right there. The secondary coil is the one with two prongs. So that, and then here is the data plate that is on the valve itself. So you can say, even though it's a Samsung dryer, it's a Maytag valve. Couple important pieces of information of this valve. Number one is the maximum incoming pressure is rated at 1/2 of a psi. And then normally what you're going to do is you're going to switch and convert 1/2 psi over to inches of water. It's 28 inches of water to 1 psi. Just take 28 divided by 2. 14 inches of water is the maximum incoming gas pressure coming in. I'll show you how to test that with a manometer. And then the second piece of information, if you're looking at the information on the valve itself, it tells you that the regulator should be set at 3.5 inches of water. So that is the second item that we want to do. And I'll show you how to do that. But basically, looking at the valve here, you're going to remove the test port here. You're going to put on a plug that has a tube that you can put onto your manometer, and then you can remove this cap right here and you can adjust that to set your pressure. So if you're interested in figuring out everything there is to know about your natural gas on your gas dryer, this video is for you. Let's get to it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tube for my manometer, put that in, then I'm going to take some Scotch tape, and I'm going to just tape around to make that seal as best as I can. Now this is only going to be on here temporarily. This doesn't have to be 100% perfect. I'll try to get it as best I can, but I don't want to have any leak per se. Let me try this. It's a little bit of a challenge to do this. Okay, and I can kind of hold that down. I only need to get this for a microsecond. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put on my manometer and see if we can show you guys the best. There you go. I'm going to put it on differential. Now, I'm going to have to, let's see how, I'm going to have to hold this with this hand while I'm holding in this temporary fix while I juice this up. Okay, and there we go. And here we go. Okay, the number is 8.9. I'm going to hit hold. Okay. There is your number. Small amount of gas leaked out, but it's not too bad. And there's your number right there. Hang on, I have a backlight. There's your number right there. So we know we have plenty of incoming gas pressure. So the problem is going to be the valve. Let's get to changing that valve out. Alright, just so that you can see it, this is what we have. For the gas pressure coming into the dryer, the maximum you can have is 14 inches or 1/2 psi. We just measured it at 8.3. Plenty of gas pressure going to the dryer. Alright, it looks like all I have to do is break this connection right here, and there's two Phillips head screws right here that I can use with my shorty wrench right here in order to break that. So let's go ahead and break this one first with my adjustable wrench. And I gotta go the other way. Okay. There, that's broken there. Now we'll take the small shorty screwdriver and get these two. Alright. One more screw underneath right here. Okay. Okay. And that's it. And there's our valve that came out. We're looking to see if anything is gummed up right there at that connection. Certainly does not appear to be gummed up. There's your screen, and I'll show you that inside. Hold on. See that? That screen is not clogged at all. That screen is in really clean condition. So that is not going to be the problem. So now I can show you what that connection looked like here. So I'll remove that cap for you. We'll go ahead and pull this cap off. And then you can see what that screw connection looks like inside. So this is that port to adjust the gas pressure, and this is, you just take a flat bladed screwdriver, put it in there, and according to what we were doing before, if you want to increase the gas pressure, you turn it to the right. If you want to decrease the gas pressure, you turn it to the left. Alright, I have an Allen wrench here, 7/64, and I'm going to go on right here. And I still have the gas valve on. Technically the coils should not be on, so nothing should come out of here, but you never know. And this is my first time and I'm not an expert. So let's just see what in the world happens. Alright, so there's the plug. The plug came out, no problem. There's no gas coming out. Now let me see if I can get a fitting to work right there out of my kit, and we can check the gas pressure. Something that nobody else on YouTube, I saw no videos on this. Oh baby, look at that. We are looking good. Let me get my tubing. Let's get this hooked up to the manometer and let's see what this gas pressure is. Alright, so we have the tubing connected on to our manometer. I've got the manometer set. Let me shut my flashlight off and put the backlight on so you can see this. So I've got, you can adjust the units here, and I've got it set to inches of water. And I'll just hit the units button. Hold on. Wait a minute, it's not changing the units. Maybe, okay, so you have to be off differential when you want to change the units. So I'm just going to go cycle through the units here to show you the different units. But what there's PSI if I wanted PSI, but I don't. This is inches of mercury, and let me put the backlight back on. And now we're going to go over to right there, inches of water, and I'm going to go to differential. So it's checking the differential of the pressure to here. Now I'm going to turn the machine on, and I'm going to hit start, and you're going to see, you see that pressure? So now the pressure is going to the coils. Obviously you don't see the gas valve turned on. There's the glow plug, and you have 3.36 inches on the gas valve. But then what's going to happen is you get your flame coming on, and you drop down to 2.6. And we want that number when the flame is running to be 3.5. Let me shut this off. So we read earlier that number should be, let me just see here, 3.5 inches. Now that 3.5 inches going to the gas valve, that's what I want when the flame is actually running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my small screwdriver, if I can find it, amongst all my stuff here, and here it is. And I'm going to take that, and right now I think it's kind of in the middle. Let me turn this clockwise if I can. It's a little challenging. It's a stiff item to turn. Let me put my glove on to give myself some more leverage. Alright, so I'm going to turn this clockwise and see if I can get that 2.6 to go higher when it's running. So let me turn this back on, turn that on, and then we'll monitor this and we'll see if that changes to a higher number when the gas valve is on. There's your glow plug. Let's see what it does. .6. Let me try to drive that in more. 2.7, and then it cut out. All right, so it looks like as I turn it clockwise, the pressure goes up. I want that to be 3.5. All right, gas valve is on, 4.3. That you can see the igniter coming on. Let me scoot you back a little bit. And let's see what this drops to. 3.45. It's pretty close. It's not exactly what I want. And the flame shut off. Let me drive that in more. Got it a little bit better, but I'm going to take this, I'm going to drive it in some more, so this way I can get that natural gas pressure up. Looks like I'm almost got it. Okay, hang on right there. Go in a little bit more. All right, I went in a good amount. Let's turn this back on. Start that back up. The valve is open, 4.45. The glow plug is starting up right there. Let's see what we drop down to. .55. Good, but it's still cut out seconds after it turned on. I got the correct pressure coming out of this thing, and I still am losing the flame after a few seconds. Now the question is, am I losing the flame because I got the door off and the airflow is somewhat different? And we're just going to watch to see what that pressure is and watch it. There you go, 4.3. Let's see if we go to 3.5. Glow plug should come on. Let me shut my flashlight off. Glow plug should come on. And then you'll see this hopefully drop to exactly 3.5, which is the setting for the valve. That's pretty damn close, 3.49. That's like right dead on. All right, now you have full access to your burner compartment. You can see the rear wheels for the drum. You can see your burner assembly here, high limit cutout here, flame sensor here, glow plug right here. The two coils for the valve, for your burner valve, are right here. You have, underneath here, you have a fuse and a thermistor. You have your motor for your drum. You have your belt tensioning adjustment right here. And this is the fan for the dryer. So basically what is happening here is your burner, when you give it a start sequence for heat, your burner is going to come on, and there's going to be a sequence of operation that takes place here. The first thing that's going to happen is the glow plug is going to come on, and then once the flame sensor senses that the glow plug is hot enough to produce fire, the flame sensor, what it's going to do is it's going to open. Right now that switch is closed, but what it's going to do is it's going to open and it's going to divert the power to the coils. Once the coils for the gas valve are open, you have a hot glow plug, boom, you're going to have fire. Now, this all needs to happen with the door, the drum, and everything in place. We can start this fire now, but the flame pattern is not going to be the proper flame pattern because you have an open door. The flame pattern needs to be with the door, with the doors on, with everything shut, as if you're doing normal operation. That's critical in order for you to do your troubleshooting. Now, when I was doing my troubleshooting, my high limit cutout, which is right over here, now that is the high limit cutout switch. And what it was doing was it was tripping off the line. And when it was tripping off the line, I would lose my burner. I was short. I was having an intermittent flame. It wasn't heating the clothes long enough because it kept shutting off because of the high limit. Most likely the problem was my coils were bad. This is what the coils look like, just so that you can see them. These are the two coils right here that I pulled off of the original burner valve. That there is the original burner valve right there. So what happened was I changed out the coils, and I still was getting a trip on that high limit cutout switch. But when I was doing my original testing, I was doing it with the unit open like this. So it disrupted the pattern of the airflow because I didn't have the drum on and I didn't have the front door on. And when the drum is on and when the front door is on, that fan sucks it down through the lint screen, through the drum, out that hole, and then sucks it in this way right here. So it's drawing that flame out. So you need all these components to be installed on the unit to know if you have a good flame or not. So the way that you want to fix this unit is, now that you've got everything exposed, is you want to check all of your components and then replace them now and then rebuild, put the unit back together, then turn it on. All right, all that's left is for us to put the top on, and we're going to fit that on. We're going to turn the power on. We got it on high, and we're going to go ahead and hit start. And let's watch the start sequence. We have our, okay, there's the glow plug. No, not yet. Okay, so we have the plastic on so that this way there is no air traveling there. Now you can actually see the flame. Right now, when the flame comes on. So now you can see that the glow plug is turned on. There's your flame. And we want to look and see what that flame looks like. looks good. It looks small and controlled. We want to make sure that we're not short cycling. Flame looks good. Now we'll go and see what's going on in the back. It's coming out nice and warm. That is going to conclude this video. I hope you've got some valuable information out of this video. I tried to do my best to give you everything I can to present to you troubleshooting one of these Samsung natural gas dryers. Do me a solid and smash that like button down for me right now. If you want to, leave your experience about what's happening with your dryer in the comments below. If you want, you can comment on my video, whether you think I did a good or poor job presenting the information to you. I did my best to present it to you to the best of my abilities. That's it. I will catch you on the flip side.